in my room today, but I have a message. Okay, so my message is somebody wanted to hate you so bad. I just gotta tell. Somebody wanted to hate you so bad, and now they're regretful that they believed the rumors that they believed, that they came up against you. Dude, come on, man. So I feel like that this could have been a sibling, or this could have been a friend or a neighbor that lied to somebody about you, and this neighbor could have took this somebody could have believed whatever was told. I'm sorry that I've been MIA, but it seemed like ever since I went to the graveyard, I shouldn't have sat, because I kind of sat down and spoke to my dad, and it was this the it was like this gravitation of the earth that I was feeling. The wind kept blowing, and my hands started shaking. So I don't know if I was depleted. I guess I should never sit down at a graveyard site, because like I've been just mentally. But anyway, somebody wanted to hate you so bad. They didn't even know who you were. They didn't know how you was coming. They just didn't like you, right? And now this person is seeing you, and not even just seeing you, hearing great things about you. Somebody is talking like good about you. Hey, goddess. Hey, transformation queen. Somebody is saying great things about you, like how much you're growing, how much you've been in. Some of y'all been in isolation, and it's not like a bad thing. You just been really soul searching. You've been really thinking before you speak type energy. Silence is a big thing, and people think that you weak when you silence. Baby, silence is not a weakness. Silence is a sign of intelligence, because it's something about a silent person that don't have to say everything. Okay. Hey, heavenly divine. So I was for like 2 days I had been sitting on it. Now I went to the graveyard maybe Tuesday, and I had sat at the grave, but it was like all of these feelings of people passed on, loved ones, and I was reading names, and I seen a lot of numbers. As I was walking out, I seen 111, I seen 10 10 10. I was seeing people that was born in 1920, and it was just a lot of things coming at once. But I'm saying this to say, there's an ancestor on the other side that's fighting for you, and they could be telling, they could be fighting in the spiritual realm or in the ethers. Okay, this is another thing that I want to talk to you. I was just thinking about you. Oh, hey, Destiny. Somebody wants to wipe your dream state clear, because lately when I've been dreaming, I had to been praying to God, like, God, what was that last dream about? Somebody don't want you, because messages come from God through the dream state. Okay. I don't know why this person is afraid of you getting certain messages from God. I don't know if somebody confused about the relationship you have with God, but somebody literally didn't have no reason not to like you. It was nothing you ever did. They just didn't like you, and they wanted to make an excuse. I'm getting like a room full of people, and somebody bringing your name up, and somebody like, oh man, she a dope person, or he a dope person. I love to have him around. Woo woo. And this person not having any bad things to say, but kind of having like a grudge look on their face, like, why is this person being talked about if they're not even in this room? Baby, I want you to know that you are doing good. Whatever, and you know what, and I want to clarify this: just because you don't have tangible things, and just because you're not driving a car you want to be driving, does not mean God don't see you growing. God will bless us with knowledge, with wisdom, with faith, with courage. Those are blessings as well. Blessings don't only come to us like tangible things. God will bless you to be able to hear from your passed on loved ones. So I noticed while I was in a graveyard, as I'm talking to my dad, and I think I dropped like a couple of tears, and I'm like, man, I really, really miss you. The wind started blowing real, real, real heavy. And I was like, God, okay, am I doing something wrong? And it was when I got down on my knees to sit with him. It was like I felt the gravitation of all these other energies. And this is why you have to be careful. I'm getting chills, somebody. You've been feeling some energy of a passed on loved one, and I don't know if you're wondering about them, or I don't know if they're thinking about you. So this person keeps coming on your mind. Yes, I can't remember my dreams lately, and it's been bothering me because lately I've been more of a dreamer. I've been wanting to, like, I've been sleeping a lot, okay? And when I talked to my spiritualist, she said, well, somebody is pulling on your energy. You need to do a spiritual cord cutting. And I'm like, well, I've been in isolation. When God places you in isolation, you don't come out of isolation when you want to. It's not melatonin, okay? It's not when we want to come out. It's when God sees it fit for us to come out. But y'all, when I sat down at that graveyard, it was this electrifying feeling of the dead. It was like not just my father's energy. It was like I said, because I didn't want to walk through the graveyard because I'm very respectful with other people passed on loved ones. So I would walk on the ends of it. And I go to my daddy grave and I'm just talking to him and I'm seeing a whole bunch of bird droppings. If you go back 2 or 3 days ago, I was talking about omens. Not maybe, okay, I say 4 days because after I went to the graveyard, y'all, I've been sad and I've been trying to pull myself out of this sadness. But there's a lot of passed on loved ones that's trying to reach their people, and they don't want to reach you in a bad way. They just want to let you know to keep going, not to give up. Don't let the naysayers get to you. Confirmation on new things are coming, okay? And also to keep your energy clean. Always purify your energy. I don't care if you at somebody else's house, if you got some Palo Santo with you, purify your energy, because sometimes people have demonic spirits that are upon them and they don't even know that it's like they don't mean to be jealous of you. They ain't trying to be jealous of you, but it's like your aura, the way you show up, the way other people love you. When other people love you, it kind of pisses other people off because they like, damn, why they love them so much? Why are they so favored? And they don't understand God created this circle for you. God is creating new circles for you. God is creating a new family for you. But there's somebody that judged you. And they didn't, and they listen to the other side. Like I always tell my children, there's three sides to every story. It's your side, it's the truth, and that other person's side. Somebody never got your side because you're not the type to say, well, this is what really happened. You the type that be like, you gonna figure it out. You gonna see this person for who they really is. And somebody now is regretting that they didn't like you because there's so many people around like, man, you a dope person. You a blast to be around. You a whole vibe. Okay, it's like, whoever I'm talking to, you create the energy. You alchemize the energy. When you go in a room, everybody looking for you. Everybody wants to know, like, damn, they left already. What happened? So, and I also want you to know that it's nothing wrong with connecting with your ancestors. We get into this spirituality and we think, oh, we should leave the dead alone. The dead is the flesh. The spirit always, just like the Holy Spirit lingers, the spirit is always going to linger. So that's like if you got a great grandmother that loved you, if you have a father that loved you, if you had a passed on sister, God sister, because I'm getting like a God sister that loved you, they're going to create situations to talk to the angels to prepare you. They're going to be living vicariously through you. So certain times you're going to be thinking like, oh no, I just heard this person's voice. And you're going to be thinking like, am I crazy? No, they are your spirit guides. They the ones supposed to tell you, don't take that job. That man ain't for you. Don't buy that car. Don't move in that area. Those are, it's like it's you being consciously aware. It says God sometimes when let you go out to dinner and places to have fun while you're in isolation, but the place will not be overcrowded and he will make it that you don't go to personal gatherings. LOL. Yeah. When I say isolation, I mean like, because my kids was telling me this the other day. I was the life of the party everywhere I went. I would always go out every weekend. I had a thing where I would go to Cooper's Hawk with my girlfriends. We would drink wine. And now I'm more or less of a bookworm. I'm reading your energy. If you show me a nasty energy, there's no reason for me to sit there. I'm more or less of, I want people around me that's gonna treat me how I treat them. If your father or somebody passed on and you're depressed, I want to be patient with you. I also want to let you know that it ain't gonna get easier. See, people lie and be like, oh girl, it'll get easier with time. Oh boy, don't worry about your mama just passing. That ain't gonna affect you. It does affect somebody that is used to waking up to their mother, that is used to everything go on when they in their life. Mom, what you eat today? What you do today? What do you need me to do? it's affecting to people. And you get these people that are very nonchalant that be like, oh, you still hurt your father did, or you still heard about your grandma passing, or you still worried about an inheritance, or you still searching to see your ancestors, and so I'm being guided to say that keep doing the great work that you're doing, because somebody is actually, yesterday I was just pulling, I wasn't doing no readings, but I was just pulling, and it says slay them all. Then it also said that you never needed a crown to be royalty. So I'm talking to somebody that always been different, but you always stood out, and you ain't even try to stand out. It was just you being you. You being your authentic you made a lot of people feel some type of way. Not only feel some type of way, it was just the love, because when our people pass on, they talk to God about us all the time. We are going through a spiritual awakening, and when we call on our ancestors, this is what I was telling my girlfriend the other day. I said, "See, you called on your ancestors, and you wasn't ready for them to move the way that they moved. When you go to your ancestors and you say, 'Hey, protect me,' hey, I'm going through something." They talk to God, they sit close to God because they're already there. You understand? So be careful when you praying to God and when you asking your ancestors, hey, protect me, because you don't know how they'll fight for you, and you don't know what supernatural things will happen because somebody is trying to attack you. I feel like it could have been a karmic that didn't like you because of a masculine. I feel like if you are masculine, there's a man that didn't like you because of a past relationship with somebody, and now they're seeing you, or they're hearing great things about you, and they're like, damn, I never gave this person a chance. This person didn't disrespect me. This person didn't start rumors about me. This person ain't take no food out of my mouth. So why was I coming up against them? Why was I doing rituals? Why was I at the graveyard? Because yesterday, when I was at the graveyard, here go my ancestors talking. When I was at the graveyard, I kept hearing spiritual attacks, because I kept saying, "Daddy, what's going on? What do you see coming from me?" And I kept hearing, because he used to call me Fat Mama. I kept hearing, "Keep your eyes open, Fat Mama. Beware the spiritual attacks, Fat Mama." And I'm like, what? I wasn't, but it took me to come home. You understand? Because before you wake up spiritually, you don't know why you're hearing these people voices that's passed on. You don't know why they continue to follow you. You don't know why something to say, go read Psalms 119. You're like, what? I'm in Samuel. I'm in Proverbs. Why would you send me to some? It be messages in there that they be trying to let you know. So I kept saying to somebody about these omens and these birds. Go to my daddy grave. Birds have pooped all over his grave. And I'm like, whoa, okay. You know, yesterday, I don't know if you stay in the city, but it rained real bad. And I just started saying, I'm sorry, God. I just started repenting. I started saying, God, whatever I've done, even if it ain't me, whatever my friends have done, whatever my children have done, God, I'm sorry. God, forgive us, for we know not what we do when we're doing it, but understand that your ancestors and people that love you will come, even if it's not an ancestor. If it's a person that passed on when you was 18 years old, if it's a person that, if you had a very close friend that died in a car accident, why did I say car accident? If it's somebody, they're watching you, they're protecting you, they're trying to let you know that don't get too caught up on worldly things, earthly matters. Please don't get, because life is so short. And don't beat yourself up about what the world see. The world places things on. Oh, you should be married at 20. Oh, you should have a multi-million dollar, you should have $1 million in your account. Those are worldly things. If God didn't come to you about something, don't beat yourself up about it. And also make sure you take your spiritual beds, and make sure you cleansing your energy, because there's been a lot of fruit flies, a lot of flying, and those are just monitoring spirits. Make sure you covering your mirrors. Those are portals. Okay. Somebody right now could be mad at you because you spiritually woke. Okay. And y'all heard that horn. Somebody may not want you to be spiritually woke. People are so cold-blooded now, like lizards. Yeah. And I was talking to somebody about how even dogs could trade on you. you know So people will be for you one day, but the next day they'll switch up. So I'm just saying, like, create a relationship with God that even when the people try to switch up, God is because before I got to the graveyard, I kept praying like, God, I don't live in this area no more. It's been a lot of robberies. It's been a lot of women that's been trafficked. God, please just allow me to get to this graveyard and make it back home. That's all I kept saying. And it was like, I kept getting lost. It was like in my mind, I knew where he was, but he made me walk. He made me figure out it was like a maze. And I felt like he was talking to me like, Camellia, there's going to be, you going to have to find your way out of the maze. You may feel like right now, I could be talking to somebody you may feel like it's crabs in a bucket. Like every time you crawl to the top of the bucket, somebody is trying to pull you down by your legs. And you got to know that the purpose that God has on your life is so special that nobody wants to see you get there. So don't think that, oh, it feels like I'm not moving, it feels like I'm stuck. That's what the enemy wants you to think. He wants you to think that you're not elevated. He wants you to think that you're not growing, even if you're not arguing with somebody, even if you're not uh that's growth. Because I had to look at myself like, I used to want to argue. I wanted to plead my case. Now that people are saying great things about me, I'm not worried about the validation of the world. I just want God to continue to tell me that I'm on the right path. And for somebody right now, I want you to know you're on the right path. That's why you're being spoke about in rooms that you no longer sit in. That's why people are right now envying you, because you won't give up. Because even though you may be sweating, you ain't letting the enemy know you sweating. Okay. It says a woman my cousin was dating at the time told me she came to harm me. She said a man went behind his car and pushed her in another direction, causing her to have an accident. The man she described looks like my daddy. Oh my God. As long as it breathes in our lungs, we are always growing in some way, negative or positive. That's true. But I'm saying positive. I'm talking about the positive growth, because we're all being tested by the most high God. And it feels like lately my dream state has been swiped. And I'm getting up out of my sleep like, God, I've been asleep for 2 hours. Why don't I have a dream? Why am I not dreaming anymore? And I've been woke. And if it's okay, so I also want to talk to somebody that's been waking up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Those are prayer hours. There's nothing wrong with you. God just wants you to pray. Because God had been waking me up at those hours. And I'm like, turn the computer off, turn the phone off, pray. Give this time to God. And I've been asking God, like, God, please forgive me. Even if I have not did nothing wrong, I just still feel like you should be in an energy of repentance, because God remembers everything that we may move out of our memory bank because we don't want to remember, right? Um, but it was very I'm in this energy of thanking God for my strength, because even though I cried a little bit, I wasn't weary. It was like I was happy to see my dad, but I also got a lot of confirmations like, damn, the omens I'm talking about, they have been visiting my dad. Okay. Um Also seeing all of those other graves, it made me understand that you could be here today and gone tomorrow. Be grateful of waking up in the morning. Be grateful that God uh put air in my lungs to breathe. I'm just in an energy where I ain't questioning God. And I feel like at one point in my life, I definitely was questioning with God, why do I have to give up this relationship? God, why is this not the great friend for me? God, why can't I get this? Why can't? And now I'm not questioning. So if you've been in an energy of questioning, don't question God, because he'll put you in a situation where he wants you to finish the puzzle. He wants you to understand that you may not understand what I'm doing for you right now, but you'll definitely understand by and by. You may not understand why I told you to clean out that closet or get rid of things or take out the trash. I'm not talking literal. I'm talking about take out the trash. I'm talking about what people being in your life that means you that no longer serve you, but they just hold their placeholder. Okay, I'm talking about when you get around people, then all of a sudden you're tired. Energy vampires. I want you to be so spiritually woke that when you go certain places, God is talking to you. Demonic spirits, get out of here. Don't buy nothing from here. Don't speak to these kind of people. Don't allow everybody in your house, because people come in your house with demonic spirits and you'll be wondering, why is there so much conflict in my house? Why my kids acting crazy? Why people coming over here trying to stay in my house or trying to act like they want to spend a night? People will send spirits because spirits are attached to people. And if they're not praying the way you pray, God deliver me from evil, even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, God anointed my head. If they're not praying the way you pray, then that demonic spirit will jump on your children. It'll have your children talking back to you, rolling their head around, being ungrateful. It'll have your best friend come in and be jealous of the things that you inquiring because you've worked hard for it. It'll have people around you at your job trying to make sure you don't get on the schedule or create lies about you, saying that you was late when you were there already, when you picking up they slack. If it wasn't for you, they would have lost their job a long time ago. See, I'm talking to somebody because they go that ear ringing. Some of y'all may have had your left ear ringing. Okay. Somebody's just in regret. And they just wish they would have got a chance to meet an amazing person. And your ancestors could be trying to get you, trying to let you know that don't be. Some of y'all could be worried about your finances. Some of y'all could have had to pay a unexpected bill that you didn't know was coming out. I'm being guided to tell you that you gonna get double for your trouble. Whatever you lost, you gonna get that back. Don't look at it as a loss. Okay. Hey, Britt. Hey, Miss Brown. And somebody, when you always thinking about money, that's a poverty mindset. Because when you when you are anointed, money is gonna attract to you. You're not gonna have to think about money because money is gonna flow to you easily. God don't want you to be focused on things about money. He wants you to be focused on having a closer relationship with him. He wants you to apologize to the people you hurt. He wants you to be in this vibe and so high energy. Because I noticed when I was there, a lot of bees start flying around me. I'm like, ooh, I'm vibing high. I didn't take it even when I okay. So before I went to the graveyard, I went to my son's school, and I kept saying, maybe I shouldn't go to the graveyard. Maybe I shouldn't go. But I feel like my dad, the ancestors, the other passed on people, they had a message for me there to tell somebody, baby, live your life like it's your last. Don't second guess yourself. I mean, and if you say, you know what? I'm finna go buy me a boat. Go buy the boat. Don't think twice about things that if you have it, live your life, because you don't get a second chance at this thing. You wishing you coulda, woulda when it come time for you to replay how your life is. And if you get a feeling about somebody, and this is what I'm urging to tell. If you get a feeling that somebody not right, your ancestors and God ain't giving you that feeling for no reason. If you get a feeling that somebody talking about you in a nasty way, they are. If you're getting a feeling that you being watched, you need to go get you some sea salt and wash your hands with that sea salt to take away those negative energies. Because it's just like if you taking a spiritual bath. When you wash your hands with that sea salt, you removing those negative energies away from you. Somebody could be praying on your finances, baby. I'm being guided to tell you, if you got a clove of garlic, get a clove of garlic and wrap it up in a piece of Luna 4. If not Luna 4, get you a Ziploc bag. Put that clove of garlic in your wallet, and that's gonna help your finances be protected. See, garlic protects against negative energies, and it protects against if somebody's sending you something, because people could think negative things. And that's why God say, be careful what you saying with your tongue, and be careful what you thinking. God sees our dream. He sees everything. So if you If you wish, oh, I hope this person lose their house. Oh, I hope this person get into an accident. Be careful, because we all got to go through judgment day when it come to God. And God can bring it back up like, oh, but at 11:59 in the afternoon, you was wishing that that person got hit by a car. Then that person actually got hit by a car. You just got to be careful, because sometimes people could be sending you their energy. And when I mean sending you their energy, when you've been around a person for so long and you've been kicking it with them, and then you pull your energy away, your energy still lingers around that person. That's why that person starts to try to dress like you. That's why that person starts to try to talk like you. That's why that person starts trying to get the same jobs that you have, trying to date the same men. I purchased me an evil eye bracelet. I just got out the shower, took mine off. It says, right, you don't wish bad on people. I couldn't do nobody like that. And you know what, Jasmine? People will wish bad on you because you're resilient. People will wish bad on you because your faith. People will wish bad on you because the way you love. People will wish bad on you because your hair is longer. People will wish bad on you because your eyes are brighter. People will wish bad on you because you got all your teeth. People will wish bad on you because somebody good is praying for you. People will wish bad on you because the way your ancestors fight, their ancestors ain't worth a damn. You got to understand, when some of us call on our ancestors, they ready to go in the field and fight. They not trying to hear why you did it to them. Or no, some of us got powerful ancestors that be like, but I watched you, and I watched you create a diversion to hurt my baby over and over again. And you did not let up. I watched you try to make sure they lost a job. I watched you try to make them go crazy. Because sometimes it don't be your ancestor. It be the enemy coming in as an ancestor, trying to trick you to don't read tarot. Don't watch no spiritual. Sometimes those readings be messages for somebody, for something for you to keep doing, for you to not to give up, for you to go take that board, for you to go do something. Sometimes you need that extra push. And sometimes your ancestors be like, man, I didn't want you to give up. I don't want you to think that you in this by yourself. Even though God has put you in isolation, you're not never by yourself. Most of the ones that God chose, James, Matthew, Moses, Rebecca, all of those people had to not be with the crowd. They couldn't go sit, they couldn't act like everybody else. They couldn't overeat. They could not be thinking hurtful things. Hannah, she had to wait, you know, she didn't know that God was gonna bless her, but she did believe in God's faith, her faith. It's about the faith that you carry. Sometimes we could be in a relationship with somebody that never want us to win. We could be in a relationship with somebody that want to keep you stuck because they're stuck. We could be trouble bonding with people that, you know, this girl ain't your true girlfriend. You know that every time she get up, she got something nasty to say about you. You know that deep down in your heart, she think you want her man, but you know you wouldn't look twice at her man. And God could be warning you that ain't your friend time and time. And you and your man like, but we've been knowing each other since we were 5 years old. And I used to be. People change. Places change. Energies change. I'm being guided to tell you, it was never your fault why that relationship with your man, with your mother, with your siblings. Some of y'all got siblings that hated you since you were born. It's nothing you did wrong to them. I'm getting chills. Every time I get chills, I know I'm on the mark. Some of y'all have grandparents that chose the other grandchildren over you. It was never your fault. It was nothing you did wrong. You were just special. They didn't want you to know how special you were, because if you would have knew then what you knew now, you would be a whole completely different person. How they always treat me. And you know, they got to get that back. How they treated you. How they talked about you. Some of y'all were talked about, and sometimes you would blame things. People blame things on you because they know that you weren't trying to, you would never You ain't explaining shit. I'm just seeing somebody like, I ain't got to explain shit to you. You were never trying to explain to somebody that, hey, I'm a good person. Hey, I ain't do that. You just left somebody alone. And when you left somebody alone, it made people think that the other person was telling the truth until they seen how you were living. If you ever want to know if somebody is a good person or a bad person, you will see the favor that God has on them. You will actually see God reprimand them. You will see God take things away. See, God is a forgiving God, but he also is a discipliner. When he's tired of talking, when he's tired of warning you, now you got to get that consequence, like a child has to receive a consequence. Some of y'all were judged just because you could be a simple person. Small things make you happy. And somebody thought you were a late bloomer because you wasn't fancy by name brand. You wasn't fancy by you never cared to dip deep in somebody's business when everybody else messy. You wasn't like that. And somebody wanted to know, like, damn, why doesn't flashy cars, you didn't sell your soul? That's what I'm trying to say. Somebody wanted you to sell your soul. You could have been in a millionaire right now. You could be. But because you didn't sell your soul, a lot of these people out here that are wealthy, they have sold their souls already. And a lot of y'all are pure because I'm getting people right now that I'm talking to that do not have sex, that uh, are always praying. You know what's going to happen before it happened because of the relationship you carry with God. That makes people jealous of you, baby. It ain't because you live in this brick house or you got a nice body, or it ain't because of none of that. It's because of the way that God favors you. God is saying you will never have to beg or borrow. See, the only reason if you borrowing, because you ain't go to God first. Don't go to man, always go to God. I guarantee you God gonna make a way out of no way. When you tend to lean on the world's understanding, God gonna be like, well, I'm gonna let you fend for yourself for real, for real. Be honest with yourself. When you were in the most tough situations, God always came through when you was getting ready to throw that towel in, didn't he? When some of y'all been praying, God, clean my circle out. Show me who is meant for me and who not meant for me. That's why you basically where you are right now. Because God knew a lot of people. Just because they say we family, those are titles, baby. Make somebody treat you accordingly because your worth has went up. You are a divine being. So nobody should be in your energy that don't truly love you, that don't really want to see you win. So hold on tight and don't give up on love and don't give up on your accomplishments. Don't give up on the way you fight. Don't give up on them children. I know it get hard when they get into that teenager stage and they want to question you and they want to roll their eyes. Don't give up. I'm talking to somebody right now on having children because you don't know what God will do with your body. You don't know when God will place a beautiful being inside because children are inheritance from the Most High God. So no, you may be 27 or you may be 28 or you may be God, baby, when God ready to place that baby inside of you, it ain't nothing that nobody can do. But you got to be ready. See, a lot of times we pray for things, but we ain't truly ready. And God know we don't be ready. We be talking. So God be saying, I know you not ready though. And I'm not going to put you in an uncompromising situation if I know you are not ready. I'm learning how to say, I'm not okay today, y'all. I'm dealing with so much. And I miss my dad so much. And a lot of times I feel alone because I knew no matter what I was going through in life, my dad accepted me. He truly accepted me and he loved my children. It's so hard to find people that really love your kids, that really love you, that ain't going to question you, but just going to be there and be patient with you. I'm learning that money is not everything. And sometimes you be fighting so hard to be successful and be wealthy that you lose sight of where God is taking you. Don't lose sight of the journey because you haven't made it there yet. Don't lose sight of who you are because you're around a whole bunch of people that really don't know who they are. Don't lose sight of who you are because of death, because death will take you down a road of depression and it's so hard to climb out. Don't lose sight because somebody may have called CPS on you and you know you do everything in your might for them children. Don't lose sight because of the slanders, because of the lies, because of the fake police reports that's been placed on you. Because God got a way of vindicating you in front of the same people who tried to bury you. Don't lose sight because they don't understand your character. It's not meant for them to understand who you are. God made you unique and powerful in your own way, and everybody not gonna like you. You not gonna be everybody cup of tea, but I guarantee you, the real gonna understand real. The fake is gonna flee. Now, I don't know who needed to hear this today. Somebody needs to be heard, and you've been holding something in because you're afraid of people using what you say against you. But baby, email me and the email will lead to a call. Don't feel like that you in this alone. Cause I don't want you to ever feel like that when you were reaching, nobody was opening. I am a person that can do readings, but I'm a human and I love hard. Once I love you, there's nothing in the world that the enemy could say about you that I'm gonna believe. And this is why you got haters. Because when people truly love you, they stick to you like glue. No matter the circumstances, no matter what's in your pocket, no matter what you driving, no matter where you live. I need you to want that relationship so heavy, just like you want that new career, just like you want that brand new house, just like you want that loving relationship. And understand me when I say that it ain't all cracked up what it's supposed to be with your twin flame or your soulmate. They teach you the most lessons that you would be like, damn, I just should have got a regular person. Because what they truly teaching you is how to love yourself when nobody loves you. What they truly teaching you is that you didn't know how valued you was when it came to you and God. Because if you did, you wouldn't accept certain things. I don't care if it is your family. You gonna call bullshit when bullshit is being done. What do you need, Camille? Just pray for me, man, because y'all, if you only knew, if you only knew what goes on behind these eyes of mine, y'all, I'm trying to find a way to love myself correctly when I ain't never really felt love before. And I feel like that's the hardest thing to do. Yes, we have parents, but they be so fucked up. I'm trying to use my discernment with everybody. But I'm really hurt. And I don't want to stay this way. I feel like I'm weak a little bit in the spirit, you know, because the more you pray and the more you fast and the more that you give yourself to God, the more the enemy works up against you to take things away, to challenge your faith. I'm so tired. But I know that the relationship that I have with God is going to carry me. So I'm really trying my best. Like, I know that God's been waking me up at 3:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock. I don't know what he's getting ready to do, but I know it's gonna stir up a lot of, he's brewing something, y'all. And it ain't just for me. That's why I get worried. Like, it's really for these children. Like, they don't believe that God is coming back. They don't know about repenting. I'm so afraid for our children. I'm so afraid for them. And it's not even fear. It's just that teachers not like they used to be no more. The neighborhood is not like it used to be no more. There's no real love out here no more. You know, and how could you, I teach love all the time. But if somebody never had nobody to love them truly, and they don't know, they grow up off survival. So of course they gonna cut you down to size, or of course they gonna think that you out to hurt them because they don't know how to love truly. I really feel like God gave me these children to love them correctly, but y'all, it's a part of me that's still reaching back for that younger me, trying to figure out, like, damn, everything I've been taught is wrong. The things that I was told as a child is wrong. The mother figure I had was wrong. And now I'm a mother, and it's like so many questions I have, and so many desires I have, and I don't know. Y'all, I'm just being shook up in the spirit. And I know that the enemy is on attack right now because he wants the ones that God choose, or the chosen ones, to feel, to be in fear. I'm not fearful. I'm just these children, this nation, this world is so hateful. It's so if you don't have, if you're not sexist, if you're not speaking about having sex, or you don't show all your body, if you're not driving the latest hottest car, and it's got these kids all mentally up, is like these kids are challenging their parents. It's nowhere in the hell, and I didn't even have my real parents. I never challenged them. I'm just overly amazed that every day I'm learning more and more in the spirit. And I'm learning that God actually does speak to us through dreams. But if somebody is trying to mess with your mental to swipe your dreams out, then are you really getting the messages that you need from the Most High God? Hey, what if you slip up one night and forget to tie your hair up? Then your root is being messed with because of how favored God loves you. You got people, we got enemies. I'm in my mind thinking I don't got no enemies, but we got more enemies than we know we have. You understand what I'm saying? We got parents that's coming up against one another, so they can't raise the children right. You can't co-parent with somebody that's ignorant or belligerent. You know, when they know, when deep down these children need both of the parents to flourish in life. It's hard, y'all. And I think the hardest thing about it is not having the tools, not being taught certain things. Well, you teach it yourself, and when you teach it yourself, you're gonna have so many losses because you don't know. You don't know the fundamentals of it or the facts. Show teach the kids things money can't buy, morals, kindness, etc. It says warn them about the empress of the worldly items. Yeah, we are stronger than we think. I truly believe. I believe that too. Yes, we do. It's honestly said. Yeah, it is. It says your city will commemorate you in some way that moves your heart. Yeah. It says you have a choice to make. Yeah. In 5 years, you will be in a position to demonstrate your heart space collectively. Well, I believe that. Thanks for saying that. Reparent your child self. Yeah, I feel like when bad things happen to us as as a child, we suppress the pain. So a lot of things I'm trying to go back and remember because I've suppressed it so hard that I don't want to remember those times where it was just hard. You know what I mean? And I think because of having a trying childhood that we overdo as parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I mean overdo, I mean it's like we're so busy trying to make sure our kids never go a day without eating or never go a day without feeling loved, or to sometimes we neglect ourselves. And how can you ever be there for the child when you neglecting you? You understand what I'm saying? When you're neglecting you, you can't truly be there for the child the way the child needs you to be there. These are the conversations that people don't want to talk about. Most broken women or hurt women come from fathers that was liars, that were always saying daddy gonna pick you up or daddy gonna do this or daddy go, and they never showed up. So then these it's grown women that are really broken girls that never got a chance to go to therapy or never got a chance to say, well, this is why I pick certain men, or this is why I act out the way I do. A lot of this shit people fail to realize is taught. Children watch everything you do. Whether you realize it or not, they watch the way your mannerisms, your emotions, they watch everything. And then my kids love me, and they always be like, Mom, you a great mother, but it's my fight to be an even better mother. In my mind, I can be an even better mother. There's no limits to, I want to give you the best of me. But in order to give you the best of me, I got to reach back for myself. And I don't think I do that. I don't never really reach back for Camellia. I'm always trying to make sure nobody is walking around with a heavy heart, or nobody is feeling left out, or nobody is feeling like, I be really, really worried, y'all, that if something happened to me, who are my kids gonna have? That's the biggest worry. Like, if something happens to me, who are my children gonna have? And that's probably what scares me the most. And that's the things that we don't talk about. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be more people at your funeral than it is there to support you when you need them. And that's so weird to me. And that's the part that I'm teaching my kids. It says, start now as an adult. When things go wrong, ask yourself if you're okay. Cuddle yourself for a second, regroup as a grown person. Yes, they sure do. That's why I be very careful what I do around my kids. Yeah, it says we all are children in God's eyes, and that's true. None of us know what we are doing. We are being honest. Teach your kids to depend on God like you do. Oh, my kids, they pray a lot, because like when I go through it, when I came home and I was crying, my baby was like, Ma, you believe in God, right? And I was like, yeah. She was like, then you gonna be okay. But it's more or less of, when you praying, really praying, and you really fasting, the enemy be on attack to knock you off track, to make you focus more on the problem than they even work through your family members. Now it's all this chaotic. Now you got, especially when birthdays and holidays come in, you got people acting weird to you that you ain't seen, trying to make you question who you are or the healing process that you took. You know what I mean? And when you grow up without your family for so long, or you grow up in a broken family, it's like, to me, I always been a put it together. Like, I always been a try to peacemaker, or, you know, But I have been the type that I ain't clearing shit up. So if you heard something bad, I'm not the one to come and be like, oh, I didn't say that. Oh, she said. I'm not that type of person. So that'll make a family member that ain't healed or a friend that ain't healed, they'll judge your kids, they'll attack your kids. Now it's a lot of people that's doing spiritual work on children, because you got to understand, when a mother is praying and the mother got her eyes on the prize, them kids ain't praying like you praying. So that's when you get these attitudes from these teenagers, when you get the calls from the teacher and they talking back, they walking out of class, and you like, well, damn, it make you question, you like, what am I doing wrong? You get what I'm saying? And then I hear people say like, oh, when you have kids, you just getting back with you. No, that's not true, because I was such a grateful child. I loved so hard because I never felt like I was getting enough love. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like with every child, God is teaching you a new way, a new learning mechanism to be able to take care of that child in a way that you were never took care of as a child. To dive deep and understand what was done to you. Like a lot of parents feel like um take abuse or whooping. You know, I grew up in the 80s where we got whooped. You know what I'm saying? But that don't work for this generation today. They're immune to abuse, and the abuse don't even have to come from you. They're immune to yes, and that is wicked. Shaking my head, I pray heavy. It says we got to stay in there. Yes, like the 31, so many don't know him or love him. Yeah, that's true. I'm with you on that. But even when you go into churches, like when you trying to introduce your family to new churches, it be so many demonic spirits up in that place that be coming up against you just because you may have came. You could, like, I got a lot of male friends, so I could walk in with one of my friends, you automatically being judged. You know, it's like when you trying to go get the word and you trying to do some everything right, the enemy is on heavy attack. And I never understood when my grandmother used to say that. You know, now it's like, now that they dead and gone, I'm understanding everything. And it's like I'm kind of like, and it's like my mind is like, what the hell? Is this what she was going through? Damn, I should have been more compassionate. I should have spent more time. You know what I'm saying? I should, and now I'm understanding. Like I wish y'all was there in that graveyard. It was a vibration when I sat on that ground that I felt the vibrations of the other spirits. Cause at first I was just, standing up talking to him, but then I got down on my knees and I started talking to him like about the spirituality, about me doing tarot. And when I sat down, it was like I felt all these other energies, you know, and some of them was sad. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I guess I felt like, and I don't want to take the credit, but it felt like when I got there, it was the whole cemetery was empty. But soon as I got there, people started, I don't know if because I went live streaming on my bingo and everything, people started coming in visiting their people. It says, do you feel like you're being a little hard on yourself? I get that all the time, that I'm very hard on myself, but I feel like if I'm not hard on me, then who else gonna be hard on me? I just feel like I love my kids so much. I don't want my kids to have half ass anything. But I know when I be sad, I isolate myself. Like I don't want my kids to see me cry like that. Like I go, like I just got out the shower crying. Like and I know it's not. I know crying is healing, but it's like, damn, when am I gonna get to the stage where I could go to the grave and don't cry about it? Like I don't be sad days and days after, where I don't want to talk, where I don't want to be bothered. You know, then you got these jealous family members that when you go see, I went to see my dad. Everybody got mad at me that I went to see him. It was like aunties, and it was just weird. Like, damn, like I just didn't get the energy. Like, and it brought back so many abusive moments just looking at him at that grave. Like, it was like things that I thought I've healed from as a child. I just started crying like, damn, I'm really not healed from that. That really still bothers me. Things that were done, confirmation. At least I'm telling the truth. It says you have to keep going to stop the tears. Yeah, I do. Like I said today, I had got up and cooked for my kids and stuff like that. They had a little half a day, but I'm still sad. It's like I'm still thinking about my daddy every day. It's like since I went to the graveyard, I've been thinking about him every more and more. And it's like now my dreams been swiped away. And I've been praying for God to, I'm like, God, I need to see these dreams. Now I can't remember no dream. And it's like while I'm in the dream, I'm doing stuff. I'm talking to people that are no longer here. And then when I get up to go write in my journal, I'm like, what the hell happened? I can't remember nothing. So it got me and I felt some kind of way, y'all. When I sat in that graveyard, it was like, it was like my grandmother voice talking to me like, get your ass up. It was like I didn't sit on nobody's grave, but I sat at his grave. Like I just sat there and I just, put the flowers down, put the water in, and I was just sitting there like, damn, I really miss you. And my hands started shaking a little bit, and then it started, this wind started blowing, and it was like as I was talking to him, asking him like, thank you for protecting me, please keep the family together. It was just this weird, I wish somebody was with me to get the feeling. Spiritual confirmation belt. It was a feeling that I have never felt in my life. And I've been to visit him before, but this feeling was like, and I was being cautious because as I was finding him, and the lady was like, you got to walk the W-2 and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to walk on nobody's grave. That's how I think. Like, and I think different. It says this week I saw dead flicker lights. It's a moment like that keep going. Yeah, I can't. When I got home, I started seeing feathers. Says Camille, I understand. I've been through some of what you're going through. I was depressed for 15 years after my dad died. See, and it's like he used to always say, like, once I die, they gonna forget about me. I really feel like that. I feel like nobody ain't been up there to wipe off his grave. You know what I'm saying? All these people that he put so much love and care into, nobody really don't care. Nobody not, I don't know. It's just a weird. Sometimes I wish I could just grab my kids and just run somewhere isolated and just start all over. It says, since he passed in July, I saw him transform and get wings. See, I remember my grandmother telling me that my dad never got his wings. She said he died in distress and he's still walking the earth. And I really do be like, when I'm finna do a big reading, y'all, and I'd be worried about it. So I'd be praying for like 3 or 4 days. He'll come, like he ain't even been coming to me normally. But it was like when I went to the grave, I connected with him. He kept, because when I was little, he used to always call me Fat Mama. So I kept hearing him say, be aware of them spiritual attacks, Fat Mama. You know what I'm saying? But he'll sit at the end of my bed. And everybody that I talk to about dreaming about him, none of them have dreamed about him. So I feel like there'd be like an energy of like jealous heartedness, like why you dreaming about him? Why he coming to you? Like even when I did a reading on a family member, and everything I said, she said everything I said was true, and there was no reason how I could know what I knew. But it was like I felt she was kind of mad that the gifts that God was giving me to be able to tap in. You know what I mean? And it was like my daddy just kept coming through. And he kept telling me, like, it was like this weird feeling. And I don't feel like that I was listening to him. Like when he kept saying, put the cards up. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it for her. And I just kept going. I just kept going. And I feel like, I don't know if I pissed him off. I don't know what state he in. And I think that's what bothers me the most. Like, I'm a big dreamer. Everybody know Camellia love to get her sleep. When I sleep, God speaks to me in my sleep. Like, he be telling me, like, oh, you gonna have to move such and such a date, or oh, this person something gonna happen with you with this job. It's and it's like, for me not to get no signs, oh, this scary. Do you believe in reincarnation? I do. What's your dad's name? James. His name James. Now, presently, Dad's kids took his ashes and didn't agree to bury him because they are not good in heart. But I watched Dad walk through pearly gates and into heaven. See? And that's what I think when I talk about it. Like, everybody kept saying, it says, what to think. Thank you for sharing your going through with God. I know I'm not alone. We overcome by others' testimony. Oh my God. Yep. His name is James. But I know that him and God got a special relationship. And I know it's James. I keep hearing him for a month. Yeah, his name James. His name is James. See, confirmation. Y'all heard that? Boom, boom. I be knowing he be following. I scream so hard that he like, baby, I'm around. Like, when I say y'all, I started crying. I got down on one knee. And I just kept rubbing, because it's like he got a picture and an angel. So I just kept rubbing his face, and it felt like he was out there with me, because when I went till I went to Malachi school, I had to walk like a lot of blocks as he has this calm spirit. He does. When I say y'all, when I say my daddy is a cool breeze, but there's a lot of repressed pain there, suppressed pain there. You know what I'm saying? Unhealed things there. And all I could do was just look at him, and I'm like, damn, I don't know, y'all. Camellia, I truly believe when it's your time, you will leave as a family together. You don't have to worry, sweetie. I don't know. I think that going to that grave, it just brought out all these emotional feelings. Like, and it just, like, I kept getting warnings about people, like neighbors, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to the front dealing cards, and certain cards kept falling, and then people started being weird, and I'm like, I'm not even in a space to deal with it, God, I just kept saying it, like, God, I'm not in a space. And he like, oh, but you are. And it was like, after I got from the graveyard, y'all, I was real tired. It was like, I wasn't tired when I was standing up. When I sat down in that graveyard, this is why I'm saying that graveyard magic and stuff is real. I don't know what energy it does, but it's a healing at the same time. He's like Louis Armstrong, what a wonderful world. He was with Dad when he passed James for months. That's all I kept writing was James. Oh my God. So now I'm gonna pull on me some stuff. I had to do a spiritual reading. I had to wash my hands. Oh gosh. But the crazy part about it is everything we doing, somebody in our family did. I just don't know who she was, because my sister was talking about her auntie of mine. She was like, Auntie Pat was a seer. Now she blind. I'm talking about the old memory and crying. Yeah, it says no wonder I couldn't dream. It's because you couldn't dream. Man, I'm in here like I'm getting frustrated. I'm waking up like, but mind you, it's a peaceful sleep. It's not like I'm having no nightmares. I'm drooling, but I'm going into the dream like I'm walking through, like it's like I'm walking on clouds, like as I'm dreaming, but I can't get the rest of the dream. So I'm mad. So I'm talking to God like, God. And I hope I wasn't, because I just kept saying, God, I'm so sorry. God, I'm so sorry. God, I'm so sorry. I was like, why is somebody messing with my dream state? And then I kept saying, God, is you mad at me? Because when it rains, y'all, I got a thing from being a little girl. When I was a little girl and I had to stay in a shelter, I met this really, really nice woman. She was Caucasian, but she was really good and sweet to me. And she used to bring me different dresses every day, her daughter's old dresses. And she used to always say, she didn't know how to say Camellia, but she was saying Camilla When it rains, God is upset. Go in a quiet place and pray. She used to teach me that when I was little. So now that I'm a adult, when it rain and thunder, like it be like I'll be under the cover, like, God, you mad at me? I'll be speaking to him, like, God, is this something I did wrong? And I knew I went to see my daddy's grave, so I was like, maybe he washing off the bird. But that spirit of sitting in that grave, I'll never do it again. I won't never sit in no graveyard again. That was a lesson well learned. I won't never, if I got to stand up to my feet, I won't never sit down in no grave. Your dad has a letter for you. Really, James loves them old hats. He does love old hats. It says, someone trying to make you forget the bad things they did to you. Sometimes when you can't remember your dreams or dream magic, I need to find a dream catcher. And y'all, you know what's been so crazy? All these exes. I keep seeing them before I lay down. Like it was one ex that my daddy had by the collar and he dropped him. I keep seeing them, but then when I go to sleep, they're not in my dreams. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? I have not been able to dream for like almost a week now. A dream catcher in a large pool of water while sleeping. Okay. It's okay. I'm gonna get a dream catcher. I gotta order me one off Amazon. And I just be wondering, like, damn, is this what you dealt with when other people before you died? Because my dad used to go into this depression where he just isolated himself. And I used to always be wondering, like, what's wrong? Why are you sad? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all. But thanks for being here. Um, thanks for talking with me. I love y'all so much. The message of today is somebody is very regretful about judging you. My dad went through depression too. Your dad felt your ex's sadness. What? Get out of here. But I'm gonna go up in here and order me a dream catcher. And I'm finna pray, y'all. Like, I don't know. I know I've been praying, but it's like that made him say, what? Now you got me like over here, like, what? Because he was very involved with who we dated and everything. That was like, I used to be like, Dad, I'm grown. He'd be like, man, I don't care if you grown. You always gonna be my child. I don't know, y'all. I just want my dreams to come back. I just want to know what's going on. The dead know what the living is doing. Nothing is a secret to them. Your dad says you'll see a book online. Order that book too. Whoa. Because you know what book I've been seeing? This purple book called Psalms. I don't know. It says like somebody tried to send me something off Instagram. It was called the Hoodoo Rituals. My grandma's last name was James. Really? Y'all. Okay. Let me get off of here, but I love y'all so much. I was just coming to tell y'all how much I love y'all and how much I'm proud of you for your growth. Somebody right now is speaking highly and great about you. So be proud of yourself. I hope you feel better. Don't be afraid to make changes and try new things. I'm not. I'm supposed to be getting ready for a new pottery class. So I've really been wanting to do this. I think I'm going to be amazing at it. I want to try to make bowls and cups and stuff like that. So I'm proud of you too, Camille. Oh, thank you. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. Let's get a prayer in and then I'm going to go. Heavenly Father, I just come to you on bended knee today to say thank you, God. Thank you for waking us up. Thank you for your encouraging words, your encouraging messages. I ask God that if anybody is trying to play with our memory bank, or anybody trying to play with our root chakra, God, that they be sent to the pits of hell to where they came from. I'm asking, God, that you clear our heart chakra out and allow us to heal. But not only heal, God, help other people heal. We're only a blessing when we open up those doors to help other people. God, I'm asking that you use me in every which way, but use my collective as well. God, I'm asking that you season their tongues with salt so they'll know what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. I'm asking, God, that a supernatural miracle happens for somebody that needs it, a message, a confirmation. I'm asking, God, that this weekend be a resting weekend for somebody, that they be able to recharge, but also get their mind in the right place. I'm also asking, God, for faith, mercy, and insight. I'm asking, God, for strength, God. God, I know that you are powerful, and I know that you are ordained to do whatever you need to do in our lives. I'm asking, God, that you mount us up like angels and give us the wings that we need to be a blessing to other people. God, thank you. Thank you for what you already working out that we don't know you working out. Thank you, God, for always loving us in spite of our flaws, in spite of our doubt thinking, in spite of the company we keep. I don't know why I said that. But thank you, God, for everything. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Guess what I was hearing while I was praying, y'all? Big old red letter. I don't know if y'all know that gospel song. Somebody need to go hear that. It's a gospel song. I don't know if God getting ready to do something. Astro Realm. Gardening is needed with the kids too. Okay. Pottery sounds amazing. Yeah. Grand right. Hey, Empress. It says I understand because I grieve about my aunt just passed. Oh, sorry for your loss. Patches, I'm depending on you. Okay. Okay. I love y'all so much. I'll see you soon. Until next time. Be good now. Make sure you praying. Pray for me too. Bye-bye.